Hello, everyone. I was actually very excited to get back to playing this. I'm watching a YouTube channel called Many a True Nerd play this, and watching his videos made me very excited to play this. Also, I have 9 days left with Game Pass. I still have this, Arkham City, Sniper Elite 4. What else? I have a couple other things that I need to get through. And I also want to play Borderlands, the Game of the Year edition. And I would like to replay Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So I'm very, quote unquote, busy. My backlog is very congested. I'm going to try to start pushing through this. Unfortunately, this episode will probably be a ton of dialogue since I found a bunch of new people at the East Docks. So since I did learn that I can actually skip through some dialogue, it should go slightly faster. Slightly. Also, I've decided I'm not going to be healing a ton of people. I'm just going to sort of let all of that play out a little bit. As long as I'm not killing people, the districts should be at least stable. Also, if you remember that I was talking to Dorothy when I found out about her like underground hospital, there was that third locked option that I didn't have. Apparently there was an option to charm her, which basically forced her to stop doing what she was doing. Apparently if you pick that, she just stops healing completely, and Whitechapel falls to critical condition and she turns into a scowl. So I'm very glad I didn't get that option, otherwise I probably would have picked it. Alright, in any case, let's see who we have here. No, this is the West Docks. Yeah, see, I have all of these people to talk to. Oof. May as well start with this guy. Night Shelter's vicinity.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you
You
define
have
as a
no
strange
idea.
event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton,
Yikes.
vampire
That is
hunter
the
extraordinaire
most
and
British
warden
name.
of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're
Uh-oh.
thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
How is he not suspicious
Mr.
of me?
Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires.
This guy might have to go.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Ooh, he's 4 though. Healthy.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy.
It's Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced
Jake
Jack
Gyllenhaal.
Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Yes, do you need help hunting these vampires?
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
How do you identify a vampire?
Bloodshot eyes, veiny face,
They can't
super
stand
pale skin.
daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Well,
Have you ever killed one of these creatures yourself?
true for a church.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's...
I think that's all I can get out of you for now. You know what? I might honestly let this place fall into critical. A lot of these people seem to have very, very high blood quality. Maybe not Dyson. Still. Who needs the docks anyway? I got my Pembroke. I got my Whitechapel.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
I might as well do that investigation.
Vampire killings in utter silence.
Sorry if you see me like hitting some wrong buttons. I'm playing many different. Ooh. I mean, here's the thing. I am a vampire, so maybe hanging these up wouldn't be a good idea. But at the same time, there are those scows who are like feral vampires. But I have a feeling that these posters will misinform people. I think I might just burn these. This could lead to a mob, basically. Yeah. Hey, Ichabod, I accidentally dropped literally all of the posters into a furnace.
City. It's hard to...
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Just straight up, they were destroyed.
I'm afraid your posters were destroyed.
It cost me good money to print those posters. Such a pity people don't take the vampire menace seriously.
Did you really think the posters would be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people?
Oof, if only you
I
knew.
consider
Sad Saint
myself the discreet
is Sean Hampton, who is
protector
a
of
vampire.
these men and women.
I missed what he just said. Think about considering himself the protector of Sean Hampton's shelter. You're doing a great job protecting it, seeing as Sean Hampton is a vampire, but...
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Sean Hampton's shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
Cool.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
There's probably some people in this shelter. I could introduce myself. Yeah, there.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
Glad you
What
agree.
about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The
Damn.
Sad Saint now provides
That's
me and my
ballsy.
sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname Sean Hampton, the Sad Saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for
Again,
a
I'm
strong
gonna
girl
say
like
there's
me,
gonna be a lot of
but a dandy
dialogue in this
doctor
episode.
from the city like yourself. You better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No, I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Noted.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless.
And the people.
A man with
Pretty
your
much
fancy
everyone.
clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
Man, people really like Sean Hampton. Ooh. No, that's tempting. She hasn't really, like, given me a reason to kill her, though. She hasn't given me a reason to not kill her. Actually, no, she has a sister here.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
I don't want to. Pretty brutal. I keep hitting lock on, but... Alright, there's Sean. Mesmerization level 6. Apparently doing it. I assume this is your sister? This... Paxton?
I hope the Turk.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of
I should really
Sir,
change out of these
I've led
clothes.
enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
You might die.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
I hate this chick.
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even
Good
see your
Lord.
privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
Oh man, this chick is on
What can you tell me
very,
about this vicinity?
Tell you
very
what,
thin ice.
just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
If you have
Clearly
something
she
to
hates
say,
us.
say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh. You want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton. and
The
yet
only
you see
thing keeping
as
me from
an
killing her
enemy.
is that her sister,
Your manners,
was
your
very nice to
clothes,
me.
Your words tell me everything about you, sir.
maybe not very
I know your
nice, but
kind,
more
and you don't belong here.
stable.
You're right. I have never suffered from poverty. But that doesn't mean I don't fight it and its consequences.
I really doubt you ever had to fight for anything in your life, Dr. Reed.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Look on the bright side, you recently got the right to vote.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
Okay. You know what?
Well, I'll leave
I'll
you
do
for
this
now.
thing for her.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
If she changes her attitude, then maybe she'll get to live. She is on very, very thin. Let me get rid of these. Markers are this. New dialogue available. Oh. Lady Ashbury, new dialogue. I've never seen that. Apparently that's an event. Okay, well, kind of want to do that now. I've never seen that before.
We'll return to the shadows once the epidemic has passed.
Ooh, there's a train right there. Can't go through. Ooh. Level 20 and 22. Can I cut through?
It's locked.
Side.
Turn around, sir.
I just need
I said go back home.
to get through. Oh, this is where he killed Bishop.
Stupid fucking beast!
Oh, hey man, how's it going? Alright, can I get up there? Can, but... No, there's an exit right there, okay. Ooh, and I can... maybe? No, I can't get through there. Weird that I can't just climb over it. Wait, who the fuck? Oh god. Why is there a sewer beast there? Might as well let them fight it out for now. He's getting his ass kicked.
It's a leech! God walks with me!
Oh shit. Ow. Oh, he's resistant to blood. Get fucked. Man, they took this guy out pretty easily. Streets are getting much harder to navigate. Fire execute. Just a rook.
This is no place for a gentleman! It's a leech trick! Oh my god! Christ! He's dead!
Man, that blood ultimate, I don't remember what it's called. Very good. It is very brutal. Pretty much just makes them explode. Finsbury Gate. Doesn't sound familiar. Also hard to maneuver simply because there's a lot of locked gates. Actually trying to go from one place to another is pretty confusing. Can I get over there? Nice if there was some form of fast travel. All I want to do is get back to the hospital. I potentially... Okay, there we go. What is in here? Frank Booth Digby. I think we met Booth Digby. How are you, my old friend? It was good to see you last week. Next time, let me get the rounds in. I hope everything is okay on your side of town. Here in your old neighborhood, the situation is good. It is getting more violent. Clay Cox. They killed him, so he's not a problem anymore. Wet boot boys are in a bad spot. So I thought about what you said last time we met, that you never regretted leaving the gang because Booth was part of the wet. I've been good. Haven't been doing too much. Mainly gaming, job hunting. How about you? For you. Oh, that's Booth.
Sweet Queen, perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first.
Talk to you? There we go.
You again. What do you want?
Like London.
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth.
Same.
You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know?
I don't know. Actually, I don't think I talked to this guy. I think I asked him if he knew where Sean was, but I didn't actually ask
Are
him
you
questions.
some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
Alright, well at least
So, tell me about your gang.
you respect that.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round
Wait.
here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
Is this guy actually the leader of the Wet Boot Boys, or is he just saying that?
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Goodbye.
Alright, well that's all I can talk to you about for now. I get through here, yes. I just need to get back to fucking Pembroke. Ooh, God.
Not a safe place right now, sir. Stay away!
He's highly resistant to blood.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Ow.
There's one of them! He's dead! He's done for! Oh Christ!
Okay, can't teleport up to you.
Over there!
And one more. Okay, we're back in the Pembroke district.
Sorry, sir. No admittance.
Aren't resistant.
Last warning, sir. Look lively! It's on to us! He's too fucking fast!
Ooh, I don't have that yet. About to use my ultimate. I realized it was still 30 seconds.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there we go. Oh my god, there's more people. You're just a rookie though, and it looks like you're by yourself. Oh no, there's a gunner right there. Ooh. I cut through this way. Looks like there's two. A rookie and a gunner. Sorry guys, I gotta get to the hospital.
There's safe for... He's mine! Where's he gone?
Much easier than I thought it would be. I just realized my... Oh. Here's my right trigger isn't what I thought it was. I thought it was the shadow teleport or whatever. Okay. Almost back at the hospital. I might be able to go in through here. Yeah, there we go. Thank God. It is a nightmare out there. Alright, who could I talk to? It was Ashbury and then Swansea. Here's Ashbury.
How are you this evening, Jonathan?
The scowl that escaped from the hospital is eluding me. He must be caught.
Scowls are a risk to the balance we maintain. It needs to be stopped.
When we were at the funeral, I had a feeling. I think I met my maker.
You do not have to tell me if you don't wish to.
I mean, I trust you. This part.
There is almost nothing to say. He appeared in a gush of blood.
I mean, she's a
rattled
little
off
bit
some
of a
riddles,
monster,
and
but
vanished without even telling me his name.
Be on guard,
and
Jonathan.
mostly trustworthy.
Whoever your maker is, he's obviously as powerful as he is elusive.
Should I not?
In most circumstances, a vampire would not disguise maker. There is a strong bond that exists between a maker and their progeny.
You certainly...
No, not hate. I pity them. Damaged and broken for eternity. Can you imagine, Jonathan? Can you imagine what they must be suffering?
I would not have labeled them all the same. I've met some that are quite clever, in fact. Much like people.
I am sorry. You should know Skal is derived from slave. Vampires have never looked kindly on their lesser progeny.
Do you think they can be trusted?
They are weaker than us in every sense. From their abilities to being able to control their hunger. There is a
I
savagery.
mean, I've met some that kicked my ass previously.
The head of the Guard of Priwen stopped by.
You have nothing to fear. The Guard would not risk openly challenging the Brotherhood. Even they are not that foolish.
Now that the hunters are aware of my presence, they could discover your whereabouts too.
Don't worry. I've evaded those jackals in the...
I noticed there was no love lost between the brothers.
They share the same fascination in our species, but they diverge from any commonality in thought. Talk to Dr. Swansea if you wish to know more.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, my lady.
So is she not? Yeah, she's not. Looks like it's just... Okay, yeah, it says new dialogue. So it's nothing really super special, we're just learning a bit more. I don't know if that was really worth running all the way back through the city, but... You know. Alright, so what's got?
Jonathan, have you got any news about Sean Hampton?
I'm still investigating. In the meantime, I have some questions.
All right, just ask.
Tell me, Edgar, how did you meet Lady Ashbury?
I met her 9 years ago. I was working in Scotland at the time in a
years ago.
sanatorium the good lady visited from time to time.
Said she's 27,
Subsequently offered me a position here.
like vampire
at the
27 though, so
Pembroke
she was
Hospital.
27 when she was turned into a vampire.
Why offer
So we
you
don't really
this
know how
position?
old she really is.
I'd already been experimenting with blood-borne diseases and transfusion methods. Without success, I'm afraid. How could I refuse such a fascinating creature? So, in 1911, I took charge of the Pembroke.
Pembroke Hospital. Why that name?
I'm not quite sure. I think it's meant to refer to the Earl of Pembroke. Perhaps it's someone she used to know?
Gautier.
Tell me, Edgar, have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean, without any physical form, but a shape of blood.
What are you talking about? Have you seen such
He
a
sounded
phenomenon
like such a
yourself?
nerd there.
No, I was just daydreaming. Since blood seems to be the key of our existence, I imagined what could be the ultimate state of a vampire.
I see. Well, too bad you didn't see such a creature. It could have been a fascinating subject of observation.
What is the antagonism between your Brotherhood of St. Paul Stole and the Guard of Priwen?
It is an old and sad story, Jonathan. The story of a betrayal and of a definitive schism.
Who betrayed?
I suppose each side would tell you the fault lies with the other. This I know for sure. A long time ago, members of the Brotherhood chose to hunt down...
How many are you in the Brotherhood?
You mean today? Not many. A dozen, perhaps even less since the war. We are scholars, Jonathan. We favor quality to quantity.
Tell me, Edgar, have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean, without any physical form, but a shape of blood.
Okay, well, a weird bug, but at least it didn't break the game. Alright, well, kind of wish I had ignored that. Okay. Gotta run back. Hey, back.
Not a safe place. Right now, sir. I'd head back if I were you. There's one of them! Watch yourselves!
He's whipping that out early.
We have to stop it!
There's there. Ugh.
Steady, boys! We've got one of
Oh
them!
God. Ignore me. Good Lord, there's no safe place. Fuck's sake. Can you go up there? Can you go up there? Can you go up there? Ease. Fuck. Can I get up there? Fucking hell. Good Lord.